We had been together for nearly 2 years. It wasn't perfect all the time, but I honestly believed we had something worth holding on to. I had begun to imagine a future with her, not because I was clinging to something, but because she made it feel like we were building something real. We shared dreams of traveling, getting a dog, maybe even living together someday. So when I finally found the courage to ask her to take that next step with me, I thought she'd be surprised, maybe even a little nervous, but happy. Instead, she looked at me, calm and steady, and said, "I just don't think we're right for each other long term." That was all. No explanation, no hesitation. It felt like I'd been blindsided. I sat there in disbelief, trying to make sense of how someone who once spoke about forever could now seem so detached, so certain we had no future. The very next day, I saw her post on Instagram. It was a pink background with bold text that read, "Know your worth. Ladies, don't settle." My chest sank. Was I the person she thought she'd be settling for? I stared at that story for what felt like forever, unable to wrap my head around how everything we shared could be summed up in a single trendy quote meant for likes. My first instinct was to lash out. I wanted to send her something raw and honest, something that would show her just how much she'd hurt me. But I didn't. I sat with the silence instead. I went back through our old pictures, reliving the memories behind every smile and wondering when she had started to pull away. Had she been feeling this for months? And why hadn't she said anything sooner? My friends tried to make me feel better. They called her childish, said she didn't deserve me, and criticized her for turning our breakup into a public statement. Some even said she was heartless. But deep down, I didn't want to be angry at her. I just wanted to understand what happened, how something that once felt so full of love could suddenly feel empty. As the weeks went by, the silence between us never broke. She never checked in. I never reached out. And that was how it ended. 2 years disappeared like smoke. I tried to channel the heartache into something productive, hit the gym again, threw myself into work, and reconnected with old friends I'd lost touch with. I kept telling myself that focusing on personal growth was the way forward. And yet, at night, her words would creep back in. "Don't settle." That line haunted me. Did she really see me as someone she merely tolerated, biding her time until something better came along? I never claimed to be flawless, but I had always been steady, loyal, supportive, honest. I made it a point never to diminish her. And yet, with that one phrase, I felt utterly small. Then one afternoon, fate threw us into the same coffee shop. She looked startled when she saw me, maybe even a little uneasy. We exchanged short, polite greetings. She asked how I'd been. I told her I was doing fine. She nodded, but her eyes carried something I couldn't quite read. Maybe regret, or maybe I was just desperate to see some sort of validation. Before leaving, I asked her something that had weighed on me for months. Was I just part of your path to figuring out what you really want? She paused. For a moment, it looked like she might offer an explanation or even say she was sorry. But all she gave was a quiet smile. "You helped me see what I truly want," she said. "And I hope you find someone who sees all of you." It wasn't the answer I had hoped for, but it was something. I left that coffee shop not with closure, exactly, but with a strange sense of acceptance. Maybe I wasn't what she wanted in the end, but that didn't make me less valuable. It just meant we weren't right for each other. Eventually, I stopped checking her social media. I stopped needing her to confirm that what we had was real. I let go of the version of myself I used to see through her eyes. And slowly, I started believing I was worth more than someone who had to be convinced to stay. Because the right person wouldn't need reminding that I was enough. Love doesn't always end in explosions or betrayal. Sometimes, it simply fades when one person decides they want something else, even if what they had was already something true.